I didn't react when he said it. I just got promoted to manager at a 5-star hotel. My younger brother announced, lifting his glass like it was divine proof of his greatness. And you? He added with a smirk, you're still a loser. My parents laughed sharp, proud, dismissive. Then they looked at me and shook their heads. That familiar motion that always felt like a blade sliding between my ribs. Unlike someone. One of them muttered. I smiled anyway, slow and steady. Actually, I began. But before the truth, there's a story, one only I knew. There was a time I thought my brother and I were on the same side. I was the older one, the one who taught him to ride a bike, cleaned his scraped knees, helped him cheat his way through algebra. He used to look at me like I was someone who could help him survive the world. But admiration turns sour fast when envy starts growing underneath it. When our father's health declined, I dropped out of university and took the job no one wanted handling. The books for his failing business, my brother stayed untouched. He was the golden child. Free to drift, free to shine. I carried the burden so he wouldn't have to for a long time. I told myself that was love. Until the week I discovered what he was really doing. It started with a missing file, a loan document I never signed. Then our father's tone toward me changed, suddenly cold and suspicious. And finally, a message I wasn't meant to see. Don't worry, Uncle. I've already told Dad the business failed because of him. He'll be out soon. I'll run it better. My brother's words, my brother's plan. Being the favorite wasn't enough. He wanted the throne. And he was good at it. The forged signature, the rerouted money, the carefully rehearsed version of my downfall that convinced even my parents to stop meeting my eyes. It didn't crush me. It sharpened me. He wanted a fight. But I didn't want noise. I wanted precision. I didn't confront him. That would have been emotional. Instead, I gathered everything he left behind. Transaction logs, mismatched timestamps, emails he thought were gone forever. I traced the missing money straight back to him. I followed the trail. I even went to the hotel where he worked long before that promotion he bragged about. I wanted to see what he built with everything he stole. He wasn't a manager. He was an assistant to one. A glorified errand runner who'd been falsifying numbers there too. He had no idea I knew. People always underestimate the quiet one at the table. That's usually how they end up buried by him. My revenge didn't begin with a strike. It began with a whisper, an anonymous tip to corporate with files he thought were erased. The forged loan documents sent to a bank auditor with a com note. Signature discrepancy suggests internal fraud. Please investigate. They did. I went to our father's old lawyer next, handing over a clean, organized timeline, diverted funds. Forged signatures, clear intent. The lawyer barely reacted. He just nodded and said, about time. Then I waited because revenge isn't fire. It's ice, slow, quiet, impossible to escape. So when my brother raised his glass at the barbecue, grinning like someone who thought the game was already over, I just watched. You'll always be a loser, he repeated louder, savoring it. My parents laughed again, but their laughter stopped all at once when 3 things happened. First, his phone buzzed. Second, his smile froze. Third, his glass slipped from his hand. He stared at the screen like it was draining the color from his face because it was. The first message said his employment had been suspended pending investigation. The second said corporate fraud had been discovered in his department. He swallowed hard. This has to be a mistake. I turned calmly, skewer still in my hand, and said, actually. Everyone looked at me. I've been working with the investigators for months. The silence that followed was razor clean. I leaned toward him, my voice steady, almost gentle. You should have been more careful, especially with the money. You moved through my accounts. The forged signatures, the transfers you thought no one would notice. My mother's hand flew to her mouth. My father pushed his chair back, stunned. My brother stared at me like prey, finally noticing the shadow. Behind it, you? He whispered, you set me up. I shook my head. No. You built the trap. I just let you walk into it. Everything collapsed fast after that. The hotel pressed charges, the bank dug deeper, the lawyer filed the family case. My parents finally saw the son they protected and the one they'd sacrificed. I didn't stay to watch it all fall apart. I didn't need to. As I walked away from that BBQ, I felt no anger, no guilt, just clarity. He taught me something important. Some betrayals deserve forgiveness. This one demanded precision, and I gave it exactly that.